I bring my own what I have. Another church, I don't want to mention anybody's church.
You bring your own
this
idea. Yes.
Come together. We put this thing we have together. We put it on ground.
Yes.
Then you be in charge.
True.
Technocrat, not a politician. Technocrat. Let's have a common field where the people who are in need comes to.
Yes.
We need to share.
All right, sir. We look forward to that.
Fairness.
All right.
We look
We
forward
begin
to
to
that.
you see that everybody will be happy.
Yes.
We know how passionate you are about the people, about human beings, especially the not too privileged ones, not too poor ones. We do know, and that's why you are on the program today. So let's go a little bit away from quickly into your prophecies. You have made several accurate prophecies about national and international events. How does this gift influence your approach to humanitarian work? How do you connect them?
Thank you so much. If you are a prophet, you must be a giver. Right? You have compassionate to the needy. Now, God will tell you that, see, go and do this for so person.
Okay.
Sometimes I tell God, I don't have. He will say, no, you are better than this person. I will make a way for you. What you have now, go and give to that person. It's just that when Elijah met a woman, a widow of Sapphira, he said, he will tell you, sometimes he tested you, like he gave Abraham the only son. He said, go and use him as a sacrifice.
Okay.
Right? If you don't have deep faith, you cannot be an humanitarian person.
True.
In the past, I have sold my land, my first land, I had bought for 500,000 because of the passion for the needy. I sold it for 150,000. Then, a car of 1 million, I have sold it for 300,000 in the year 2004, when I sold my Volvo and my piece of land to make sure that the needy are living up to expectation.
So the prophetic work is intertwined with that desire and the hunger to always give. That's what you're saying. They come hand in hand. I say your prophetic assignment comes hand in hand with giving to the people, with being compassionate. That's what you say. Okay.
But sir,
if you're a prophet, God can tell you right now, can you intervene in the life of this woman now? Say how? If you have faith, you won't do it.
okay.
These are the things that God can give. Tell me, who amongst you that gives me free water? He said, why? When are you doing? He said, whenever you are giving it to these poor people. See, the primary mission of every government is to look after the needy.
Okay.
I want to say this to President Trump. I want the world, when they wanted to vote him, that you are voting for trouble. I don't know why Trump is going beyond his capacity. Why is it not Israel will fail totally?
Okay.
And all watching what is happening.
Yeah. 5 minutes?
Yes. I want us to turn our attention to the young ones, because there seems to be a disconnect, and that gap is getting wider by the day.
Yeah.
How do we expect people like you to inspire the young ones, or how do you do it so that they can adopt a culture of giving and compassion
Rather than taking.
rather than always taking, always receiving? How are you inspiring the young ones?
Thank you so much. I went to a place in Lagos, in Lasabanja, where I take youth that are drinking, are smoking tramadol, taking also of Pelebe, Fonogao, and many more. I change them. Amongst all, I can win the soul of 3 people in correctional center. This is where you are going to end. And I teach them, have compassion and be thanking God for God keeping them alive. I still tell them, you must be giving to the poor. I give them and I tell them to give as well. In my own part, to my own church members and the youth in my environment. That's why I give them DC. When they grow, I will tell them, you can also do better than what I am doing. Yeah. Because you just said that for you to do all of you can do better than what I am doing. So the youth in my church, they can do better than what I am doing. I have imparted that into them.
Good.
And that's why the youth in my church, they are a giver.
Okay.
Okay.
This is 26th of January. February 14 is just the grand finale of all of this,
Okay.
whereby, as a matter of fact, I can tell you for free that we are expecting international guests, philanthropists, and of course, I'm going to pay a scholarship for some students, and at the same time, I'm going to give clothing, food items to all the needies, and also empower not less than 200 women that same day. So my message now is, who have the mind of humanitarian than giving it to the politicians? The politicians, they are not givers. The politicians, they are destroyers. They are corrupt.
Okay. All right. That's so straight to the point and that over the years.
So we'll look forward to an invitation.
Will you be there?
We look forward to an invitation so that we can all come and show our faces and raise our hands.
I will do your own maybe sometimes towards the end of the year.
Okay. Less privileged. Physically, you know,
Let me add to this.
yes.
Let me add to this. The deaf and dumb people, I'm going to empower them this year.
Okay, great.
All right.
Instead then, I feel like crying when I see a boy of 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years old,
And they cannot.
they cannot talk. And government of state governors and government are not helping the situation. And I want to advise the government to have state correctional center, local government correctional center. Don't let us have federal correctional center only. In the Ikoyi prison, it is 820 people capacity. One thing I love about what this government have done that I can appreciate is, according to controller Fanny said that the government are empowering these inmates.
Okay.
Give them, they do job. I was touched. There are people doing PhD. It's unbelievable style of interior.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
We've run
Thank
out
you,
of
sir.
time.
Surely, true leadership is not measured ourselves with compassion, uplifts the vulnerable, and leaves a legacy of kindness and positive change. We want to thank you for sparing some of your time for this all-important discussion on the show today, and for letting us know what is in stock, you know, thank you so much. As we get set to wrap up the show, you want to say bye-bye to him?
Yes, Primate. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much for sparing us this very valuable time.
Thank you.
With us. We do appreciate your coming over.
Thank you. And our warm regards to your team. They've been wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. We'll look forward. We'll see you on the 14th. Yes, sir. All right, that's about all for the show.
Not quite.
Okay, nuggets. You have time for nuggets?
Yes, I have my nugget quickly. And the nugget for today is this. Write your speech out loud. Write your speech out loud. Because a great performance starts with a great speech. The power of leadership begins with the power of speech. And every great movement, every groundbreaking idea, and every inspiring leader, past and present, started with words that moved people. Is the bridge between dreams and reality. Speak with confidence, for your words shape perception. Speak with clarity, for your message must resonate. And speak with conviction, for leaders do not whisper. They declare, they ignite, they empower. Remember that leadership is not about commanding, it's about connecting. And it's not just about being heard, but about being understood. The way you communicate determines the way you influence. So refine your speech, strengthen your presence, and don't just lead, you inspire.
All right.
And that's my...
Talked about, we saw, you know, and we heard him talk about it. Yeah. Thank you for being a part of this show. I have enjoyed every moment of it. I've learned so much. I hope you have too. And that will inspire you to join us again same time next week, Saturday. I'm Helen Odeleye. Thank you for watching.
And I'm John Senaya. I'll see you again next week.
With Orufuo Ezaga. Today we have another exciting episode for you, and I would implore you to keep with us for the next 45 to 50 minutes, because what you're going to hear could change your mind about, how you look at the sports industry, and, basically it could open up an opportunity or two for you or your organization. I always say that, but I mean it, because in Nigeria, we still don't see sports as a discipline in the sense of it being a commercial activity. But sports is big commerce around the world. And the consciousness is beginning to grow in Nigeria. And as much as the consciousness rises, I think the time has come for us to infuse more professionalism in how we go about doing things. And one of the ways to do that will be to embrace marketing as a discipline in sports. Now, if you follow the sports industry closely, you would find that most people don't, employ marketing marketing professionals, and there's very minimal marketing expertise in how our sports properties, our sports federations, and even our sports clubs go about how they run their business. In this case, the fans and your other stakeholders. So basically, what you're doing is, marketing schools you to think that, look, you just don't dump products on your consumers. You've got to listen to them. You've got to collect from them insights, data into what they think about the service that you're offering or the products that you're offering, and what you need to do to be able to develop customers. Our basketball teams thinking about, the customers, the fans. Is anybody talking to you? Has anybody talked to you before? I'm from Sporting Lagos or Bendel Insurance, and we want to know what your view is on what we're doing as a football club. Or I'm from the Nigerian Football Federation, and we want to talk to you about what we're doing and how that affects how you receive our products. All right. So marketing is that discipline that organizations use to reach out to their customers, to understand what their customers are feeling, what they want, and this then translates to product development in a way that make them sell more and gives them better competitive advantage. Today, joining me in the studio, joining me via Zoom to talk about this would be two marketing gurus in this country. The first is Mr. Kelechi Nwosu. He is the managing director of TBWA Nigeria. Mr. Kelechi Nwosu has over 3 decades of experience in advertising as well as marketing communications. Yeah, and he's been of Nigeria. Also joining us would be Mr. Tunji Adeyinka. Mr. Tunji Adeyinka is the group managing director of the Republicom Group. He's vastly experienced in marketing, and he's also very deeply involved in sports, with sports in Nigeria. So we're going to be getting from him his insights based on his own personal and his own corporate experiences that he's had over the years. All right? So don't go away. We're going to go on a short break, as is the nature of the program, so that gives you time to get some water, to invite a friend or two to join you on the program. And, like I said, it could be good for you. It could set you on a totally different trajectory when it comes to business. You're welcome, Tora, and why this local sporting to become more a Tunji Adeyinka, and he's right now on. Tunji, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Kenneth?
I'm very well. Norfolk in the Nigerian sports space. I don't know what you think, but perhaps we should start first by a rough definition of what marketing is. I actually have a slide. I can just quickly run through that, and then you can expand on it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Kenneth. And I think it's important to launch from that perspective, which is really understanding what marketing is.
Yes.
And if your slide is there, fine. If not, one of the simplest definition of marketing that I've heard is that marketing as a discipline is both art and a science that does maybe 3 or 4 things. First is that it helps to identify and anticipate and satisfy customers simpler than that. What does it do? It and satisfies customer needs profitably. So what that means then is that if you start by understand who your consumer is, right? But let's even start from, yes, you understand who your consumer is. So it means
Can
that
you relate
no
that to
product-
sports, for instance, so that they can?
What did you say, Kenneth?
Can you just relate that to sports? So that.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I will.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So no product or brand is ever created for everybody. You have certain customers that you are serving that, as a product or as a service. Your service might appeal to everybody in the world. There's no service that appeals to everybody, but it appeals to a certain set of customers. And the other definition then is that in the product appealing to them, you understand what their needs are, then you craft your product so that it satisfies those needs, anticipates those needs, and then it from a sports perspective.